Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and I do daily football manager content, so if that's something that sounds like of interest to you, make sure you are subscribing, of course. And today we are going to be finding out who should be Rangers' next manager after they sacked, of course, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and the bookies' favourite very, very much is Michael Beale. So what we're going to be doing is comparing how he would go in a season compared to Van Bronckhorst and see if it is indeed the right decision from the board to sack Van Bronckhorst for Beale. If that's not something you're going to enjoy, make sure you hit thumbs up. But as a sort of starting point, let's see how Van Bronckhorst would have done with a full season in charge. Now, if we go and have a look at the league, which is the best place always to start, and we will see that they come second with a full season of Van Bronckhorst, 72 points, quite a ways behind Celtic, who are the champions. So, I mean, that's not going to please Rangers fans by any means, is it? But they are second and comfortably so. So it's maybe not quite sackable material. Now, if we go and have a look at the Scottish Cup, Rangers in the final 3-0, they were beaten by Celtic. So that's not going to, I mean, again, you get to the final, but that's kind of par for the course, isn't it, for one of the old firm, or both of the old firm teams. So to get beaten 3-0 when you get there, that's not going to endear yourself to the fans. Now, the Premier Sports Cup, not only was it won by Celtic, but if we go and have a look at the semi-final round, we will see that, not even the semi-final round, we'll go one round back to the quarter-final round, and Celtic, again, 3-0 over Rangers. Again, that is not good, is it? Both cup competitions, Rangers knocked out by Celtic, and in both competitions, it was 3-0. Now, does Europe offer some sort of case for Van Bronckhorst to stay on? Now, in the Champions League qualifying playoff, they got beaten on penalties by Fenerbahce, so you'd say that it's not horrible, but obviously not what was wanted. That, of course, would send them down into the Europa League, where Rangers top the group with 13 points. So that is a little bit more like it now, isn't it? A good European campaign in the Europa League, sending them into the round of 16, where we can see there they were beaten 6-2 by Dortmund. Now, obviously, last season in real life, Rangers beat Dortmund, but, I mean, it's no real disgust. I wouldn't have thought to go out to Dortmund in Europe, but round of 16, on top of the domestic disappointment, I don't think you'll find many Rangers fans that would defend Van Bronckhorst and say, based off that season, that he deserved a little bit more time. So, that's what Van Bronckhorst did. Let's go see how Michael Beale would get on. Now, for those of you who don't know Michael Beale, this is him here. He was a coach or the assistant manager or something under Steven Gerrard when he was Rangers manager. He then went to Aston Villa with Gerrard. He then has become, since in real life, the Queen's Park Rangers manager. Now, I can tell you as a Villa fan, they really suffered when he left. So he obviously had some sort of influence. He obviously knows what he's doing. So let's go and see what he would do in full control of the Glasgow Giants. And we can see that in the league, well, he comes second. He gets 69 points, though. He lost 11 games, which is a lot of games to lose. And he only just snuck second ahead of Hibs. So, I mean, and I'll tell you what, Hearts isn't too far back either. So you would have to say, based on the league, I mean, Van Bronckhorst, they came the same 3 points difference, but it was a lot closer with Beale in control than it was with Van Bronckhorst, but ultimately the same result. So let's see how the Cups went. And the Scottish Cup, we can see Rangers won it. So there's a big tick for Michael Beale taking over a trophy in the cabinet and didn't have to play Celtic in the final. Now, did they knock Celtic out? The answer to that is yes, on penalties in the semi-final. So another tick, you've got to say, for Michael Beale there. So let's have a look at the Premier Sports Cup. And again, Rangers have won. Again, only 1-0 in the final, needed extra time. But ultimately, it's a second trophy for Beale. On this occasion, though, they did not knock Celtic out. That was done in the semi-final by Ross County on penalties. So yeah, not great look for Celtic, that one, is it? Now, Europe. Can Beale tick a box there as well over Van Bronckhorst? And you have to say yes, because in the playoff this time, Rangers got the better of Fenerbahce and took themselves into the group stage. So that's some big money there. But then having reached the group stage, bottom of the group, only a single point, I'm assuming against Club Brugge. It was away. And, well, that's a bit of a disappointment. So Rangers fans, I mean, I know you got to decide, I suppose. Champions League group stage, only getting a point, or winning your group in the Europa League and losing in the round of 16. you might say that it breaks even between the two of them there, though certainly financially, I think they're going to have been better off with Beale at getting into that Champions League group stage. So there you go. Those are the two seasons. League just shaded by Van Bronckhorst. The Cups not even just shaded, massively shaded by Beale. Europe, maybe a dead heat. So is it going to be a big improvement? Certainly, according to Football Manager, maybe in the Cups, but otherwise it's very much looking as though it's like for like. Rangers fans, anybody tell me who you think has won out here, who you think should get it in real life. To be honest, I think they should give it to Kevin Muscat, though of course he's managing in Japan right now. He's not in the game, so I couldn't sim him in as well to see how that would look. But if I was picking the next Rangers manager, I'd probably go for Muscat. But then again, I'm biased because I'm Australian. Until next time, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, take care.